Dear students, welcome to our science episodes. Today we are going to discuss reproduction in plants. Reproduction is a biological process where living organisms produce offspring for the continuity of life. Plants are known to reproduce sexually and asexually. Sexual reproduction in plants. Flowering plants reproduce sexually by flowers. This is the structure of a typical flower. A flower arises from a flowering bud, emerging from the axils of the leaf known as bract. The axis may carry a number of flowers known as the inflorescence. Parts of the flower. The outer whole of floral leaves is known as the calyx. This is the calyx, the green part. Its leaves are called sepals. Sepals are green in color, and its function is to protect the internal parts of the flower before blooming. The hole following the calyx is known as the corolla, and its leaves are called petals. These are the petals. Petals are colorful and scented to attract insects. It protects the reproductive organs. The hole following the corolla is known as the androsium. Its leaves are called stamen. Here is the androsium. The leaves are called stamen. And the stamen consists of a fine filament, and it ends by a sac known as the anther. The anther is divided into 4 parts. Each has 2 chambers containing pollen grains. Now, the innermost hole of the flower is known as the gynoecium. Its leaves are called carpels. It resembles the flask in shape, formed of a bulge known as the ovary and connected to a tube called the style, which has an opening at the end called the stigma. And the ovary, of course, contains the ova. A typical flower is a flower that has a thin, fine neck. This is the thin, fine neck, ending by a bulging receptacle, carrying floral leaves in 4 different floral whorls: calyx, corolla, androsium, and gynoecium. Well, can you explain to me why androsium is considered to be the male organ of the flower? This is because it contains the anther, producing pollen grains. And why gynoecium is considered to be the female organ in the flower? This is because it contains the ovary that produces the ova. Now, give reason for roses are considered typical flowers because they have the 4 floral whorls. Now, compare between wallflowers, manthur flower, and petunia flower from the point of view of separation or fusion of sepals and petals. These are wallflowers, and this is petunia. Regarding sepals, the wallflowers have 4 separated sepals, and the petals 4 separated petals. In petunia, there are 5 fused sepals and 5 fused petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are fused. Therefore, flowers are different from the point of view of separation or fusion of sepals and petals. Identifying the sex of the flower. There are bisexual or hermaphrodite flowers, and they are given the symbol, a female and a male in the same symbol. This is because the flower contains the male and the female reproductive organs. The one in the middle is the female organ, and these are the male organs. These flowers are called bisexual or hermaphrodite. Unisexual flowers. These flowers are either males or females. So this means that they contain either a male or a female reproductive organ. The male flower containing only androcium is given the symbol, the male symbol, and the female flower containing gynecium are given this female symbol. Now we will compare the bisexual or the hermaphrodite flowers to the unisexual or the male and the female flowers. The hermaphrodite flowers are bisexual. It means they contain male organs and female organs at the same time. While male flowers are unisexual, they contain only the male reproductive organ. Female flowers are unisexual and they contain only the female organ. Hermaphrodite flowers contain androcium and gynecium together. The male flower contains androcium and the female flower contains gynecium. 4 floral whorls are present in the hermaphrodite flowers, while only 3 floral whorls are present in either the male flower or the female flower. Examples: tulip, petunia, wallflowers, roses, and sunflower all are hermaphrodite, while unisexual flowers could be palms, maize, or pumpkins. Look at this diagram. This is the diagram for the bisexual flower. It contains the male and the female reproductive organs, while this is the male flower and this is the female flower. So now can you explain why tulip flower is considered to be bisexual or hermaphrodite? Of course, this is because it contains both reproductive organs, the male and the female one. Drying flowers is a real-life application. You can pick up a bunch of flowers, remove the lowermost leaves from the flower pedicle, organize them in groups to be tied by the pedicle, hang them in an upside-down position in a dark, well-ventilated room for 1 week. Time for questions. Now choose the correct answer. The leaves of the calyx are called sepals, petals, carpels. Sepals. It is divided into 2 parts. Each has 2 chambers containing pollen grains. Answer. Unisexual flowers have 2 whorls, 3 whorls, or 4 whorls. 3. Bisexual hermaphrodite flowers contain androcium, gynecium, or both of them. Both of them. Thank you. Dear students, thank you for watching and see you later in other science episodes.